Hello there, welcome to my channel, Mo Moon. My name is Mo, welcome. Today I will be doing the week ahead reading for Monday the 24th of June 2024 through to Sunday the 30th of June 2024. Welcome to my subscribers, welcome to those who are just passing through. I hope you will enjoy this reading and that you will be able to get something from it. If you want to skip to a specific day of the week, I will have the timestamps in the description box down below, as well as a link to my Instagram, just in case you want to check out my Instagram and see what I'm all about over there. So let me introduce the cards I will be using today. So I will be using the Dark Goddess Tarot by Ellen Lorenzi Prince. And I'll be using one of my new decks. It's called the Age of Witchery Tarot deck by Roger J. Horn. And last but not least, I will be using the Deviant Moon Inc. Patrick Valenza's Abandoned Oracle deck. Yeah, so those are the decks we'll be using today. I'm drinking mugwort tea today. I drink it a lot, but grab yourself a beverage. If you would like, you can pause the video and go get something to drink so that you can relax while you watch this. I also have a protein shake because I just woke up a little while back and that's my breakfast. All right, so I hope you've had a good week so far. Please remember to subscribe if you so feel led to, like and comment if you so feel led to. You and I are surrounded by the white golden light of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. To our left and to our right, above us and below us, in front of us and behind us. All the way around us and through us, we are surrounded and protected by the white golden light of the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And no negativity can pass through this powerful white golden light that is protecting us on all sides. All negativity is reflected off the surface of this white golden light that is protecting us on all sides and is sent back to the senders. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. All right, so for Monday the 24th of June 2024 through to Sunday the 30th of June 2024. Universal Spirit of the Tarot and the Oracle, please speak to me in regards to Monday the 24th of June 2024 through to Sunday the 30th of June 2024. Dark Goddess Tarot, please speak to me in regards to Monday the 24th of June 2024 through to Sunday the 30th of June 2024, please. Which goddess would like to work with us this week? Please. All right, so I got one card there. That's our goddess for the week. Age of Witchery Tarot, please speak to me in regards to Monday the 24th of June 2024, please. Monday the 24th of June 2024, please. Thank you. Age of Witchery Tarot, please speak to me in regards to Tuesday, the 25th of June, 2024, please. Universal Spirit of the Tarot. Tuesday, the 25th of June, 2024, please. Thank you. I got two cards. Age of Witchery Tarot, please speak to me in regards to Wednesday, the 26th of June, 2024, please. Thank you. Excuse me. So that's Wednesday. Thank you. Age of Witchery Tarot. Please speak to me in regards to Thursday, the 27th of June, 2024, please. Thursday, the 27th of June, 2024, please. Thursday, the 27th of June, 2024, please. Thank you. Universal Spirit of the Tarot. We have two cards for Thursday. One just popped out at the last minute. Thank you. So, Universal Spirit of the Tarot, please speak to me in regards to Friday, the 28th of June, 2024, please. Friday, the 28th of June, 2024, please. Age of Witchery Tarot. Friday, the 28th of June, 2024, please. Friday, the 28th of June, 2024, please. Thank you. Age of Witchery Tarot, please speak to me in regards to Saturday, the 29th of June. Thank you, 2024. Thank you. Age of Witchery Tarot, please speak to me in regards to Sunday, the 30th of June, 2024, please. Universal Spirit of the Tarot. Sunday, the 30th of June, 2024, please. Sunday, the 30th of June, 2024, please. Excuse me. Thank you. All right. And Abandoned Oracle, please speak to me in regards to Monday, the 24th of June, 2024, please, through to Sunday, the 30th of June, 2024, please. Thank you. All right, so let's see who our goddess is for this day, for this week, Monday, 24th of June, 2024, through to Sunday, the 30th of June, 2024. The goddess we have is Circe, the Three of Fire. Circe, the Three of Fire. So the Three of Fire is the Three of Wands. What I'm getting from the Three of Wands, without knowing anything about Circe, the goddess, is there's an energy of ambition this week, and the energy of, with the three, bringing something into the physical realm, bringing something to fruition through our ambition. So let's read about Circe, the goddess Circe, in the guidebook. Excuse me. All right. So I have her here. All right. Circe, usually pronounced as in Latin Circe, in Greek Kirke, is an immortal pharmakeia, a sorceress, the goddess who is credited with the invention of magic. She lives on a sacred isle far from inhabited lands, located on the boundary between the sea and the river Oceanus, which encircles the earth. Friendly lions, bears, and wolves run through the halls of her home. Circe knows the lore of every leaf, root, berry, and flower. She blends medicines. She mixes potions. She heals and she poisons. She creates illusions that please her glamours, that hide or reveal. She is a necromancer, raising the shades of the dead to discover hidden information or foretell the future. Circe is known to be a friend to witches. An ancient invocation asks her to come cast cruel spells, hurt both these men and their handiwork. But Circe's most famous skill is metamorphosis, the transformation of one body into another. As the men of the wanderer Odysseus discover when they chance upon her shores. She pours an elixir into their drink of honey, wine, barley, and cream. After they drink, she touches her wand to their hair and chants a spell. Bristles sprout on their faces. Their words become grunts, and they are changed into animals. After Circe makes peace and makes love with Odysseus, she unspells his men by similar means, returning them to themselves. She then advises Odysseus on the rest of his journey, foreseeing what he will encounter. Her advice allows him to survive the dangers. She is not jealous, knowing he will have other women before finally coming home to his wife. She has had her fun, and there are more potions to brew, more magic to cook up, and more power to discover. So when Circe appears, your creative ability is high right now. Make the most of it and make something. Express your creativity in any and every way you can, through participation in the arts or by planting or arranging flowers, inventing a recipe, or developing a personal style. Permanence is an illusion, and permanence is boring. Everything changes, everything dies, but the journey can be a good one, and a legacy of work, of service, of knowledge, and of creation can remain. Mix up the things in your life. Do not keep everything in separate pigeonholes. Bringing in new elements adds vitality to the situation, but do so with thought and skill. Changing the appearance of yourself or your home is not a superficial act. It reverberates on other levels and creates deeper change. Dress for power and pleasure rather than conformity or invisibility. Wow, that's really powerful. Dress for power and pleasure rather than conformity or invisibility. So it seems like Circe is telling us that she wants us to stand out this week. She wants us to embody our unique selves, embody the creativity of our separate desires, and to not worry about what others think or what other people do or think of us, but to just be unique and be proud of our uniqueness. So that's Circe. Thank you, Circe. May Circe guide us through this week ahead and guide us through this reading at this moment, and so it is. So Monday the 24th of June, 2024, we have the Three of Vessels, which is the Three of Cups. And it's interesting because we had the Three of Fire, which was about bringing something into the physical realm, whether that be your own personal style, whether that be something that you make. And now we have the Three of Vessels, which is another three, which is about relationships and family. And it's the Three of Vessels, which is the Three of Cups, which has to do with water, emotions, family, love. So it's the Three of Vessels for Monday, the 24th of June, 2024. And 3 is a magical number, and it's interesting because Circe was about magic. So for Monday, the 24th of June, 2024, we start off the week on a really positive note. I think from what we learned last week, which there were a lot of lessons last week. There was a lot of energy. There was celebration. And it's kind of like we're picking up this week with the celebration with the Three of Cups. We're entering this week with a new mindset, a mindset that has to do with relationships with the Three of Cups on the 24th of June. Monday, we're entering this week with a mindset on relationships and realizing the benefit of having good relationships and the benefit of being in good relationship. And I know that sounds very similar to the benefit of being in a relationship and being in relationship, but there's a difference between of being in a relationship and being in a relationship. Being in a relationship is more of a verb where you realize that a relationship takes work, that it's not just one-sided. And here on Monday, the 24th of June, 2024, with the Three of Cups, we are seeing the beginning of growth in our relationships, and not just in our relationships, but in ourselves as well. One thing that I read in this book that I'm reading by Roger J. Horn, who also created this tarot deck, is that when we change, or when we see other people in our relationships change, that gives us the ability to change as well. If we can accept that other people are allowed to change in relationships, then we can also accept that we are as well are allowed to change in relationships, and to allow room for that change to take place in both parties that are part of the relationship. And here on Monday, the 24th of June, 2024, the Three of Cups is about relationships as a plural. So seeing our colleagues, seeing our family members, seeing them all in a new light, in a light where we are grateful for the relationships that we have, and for the work that others have put into our relationships, and for the work that we have put into relationships. And we feel happy on Monday, the 24th of June, 2024. We feel happy because we feel like we're noticing something new about our relationships, and we're noticing something new about the fact that we are blessed to have these relationships. And even if they're relationships that are not permanent, we understand that it's not always about long-term relationships, but it's about the relationships in the moment. And the Three of Cups is very much about the moment, celebrating the moment. So that is the energy for Monday, the 24th of June, 2024, with the Three of Vessels. Thank you. So Tuesday, the 25th of June, 2024, we have two cards. We have the Ten of Rods. And we have the Two of Roots. And I think the Two of Roots was upside down. I'm going to trust my instinct on that. This day seems, it's like the completion of a cycle on Tuesday, the 25th of June, 2024, with the Ten of Rods being the Ten of Wands, which is fire. We have Circe, which is the Three of Fire. And the Two of Roots is the Two of Pentacles. And it's the completion of a cycle with the Ten of Rods. Something that you've been working on, something that you've been investing a lot of energy in, something that you've learned is coming to a close. And as a collective, if you resonate with this, there is a sense of closure in regards to something that we've been pouring our energy into. And with the Two of Roots being the Two of Pentacles, which is Earth, and it was in reverse. The Two of Roots, right side up, is about balancing, keeping things in motion so that they stay balanced. But it was upside down. And I don't always plan to have reversals in my readings, but this one was definitely in reverse. It must have fallen out upside down. And here it seems that there is no movement because it is in reverse. So the movement has become still. And it is the Roots, which is Pentacles, which has to do with our assets. And assets can be physical or they can be spiritual. An asset can be some very important lesson that you've learned that has become beneficial for your life. So here, with the Ten of Rods and the Two of Roots in reverse, it feels very grounded. And the Ten of Rods is a heavy energy because it's a lot to carry, but it's also, we're putting that energy down with the Two of Roots in reverse. We're putting the energy down. We're not carrying it. And that's why it's like a completion, because we've arrived at a certain place in our journey where we can put that burden down. And I think it has to do with the Three of Vessels on Monday with relationships, where we feel like because we've learned this new insight in regards to our relationships, we realize that we don't have to carry the burden of past mistakes. We don't have to carry the burden of relationships that have changed and that we see through a different light. Circe is about magic, right? And when we think about magic, we think about transformation, we think about transmutation, things changing, alchemical change, and all things change, and they change depending on what element is added. And so we have the Three of Vessels, the Ten of Rods, and the Two of Roots. And the rods have to do with our energy as well. So it seems like we've decided on Tuesday, the 25th of June, with the 10 of rods and the 2 of roots, that we are no longer investing our energy into thinking of our relationships in a negative light. If there is a relationship that is not serving, we have the opportunity with the 2 of roots in reverse to put it down and to close ties with those relationships. And when I say with the 3 of vessels, it's not just permanent or blood or family relationships. It's also relationships with people that you meet at work, in the grocery store. You're seeing these relationships in a different light, and it seems that you and I and the collective are okay with saying goodbye to seeing relationships the way we used to see them, seeing specific relationships the way we used to see them, and no longer investing the same type of energy that we used to invest with the 10 of rods and the 2 of roots, no longer investing the same type of energy that we used to invest into a specific relationship, where it no longer drains our energy with this 10 of rods and the 2 of roots. Thank you. So that's Tuesday, the 25th of June, 2024. Thank you. So Wednesday, the 26th of June, 2024, we have the King of Blades, which is the King of Swords. So it's our first court card. It's the King of Blades. And the blades are the swords, and the swords are air, and the thoughts and the words and the sentences and communication. But with the King of Blades, it feels somewhat cold and very much calculated with the King. Wednesday, the 26th of June, 2024, with the King of Blades. So here we are introduced to the swords this week, right? We had the 3 of Vessels, the 10 of Rods, the 2 of Roots, and now the King of Blades. So we have our 4th element, which is the swords, the 4th element within the elemental group. It feels somewhat cold. It feels somewhat like, even though we started off with the 3 of Vessels and things in our relationship seemed pretty stable and fun, and we were able to learn our lesson by being in a relationship and changing. Now with the King of Blades, it's almost like someone is trying to pull us back into a relationship that we are no longer investing the same type of energy into. And it's almost like we turn a cold shoulder with the King of Blades on Wednesday, the 26th of June, 2024. And I know turning a cold shoulder can sound mean, can sound aggressive, maybe sound rude, but it is important with the King energy to remember that your relationship with yourself and the truth that you embody within yourself with the King of Blades is more important than making people happy. And the King really stands for that, right? Because the King is not going to make decisions, not ultimately going to make decisions based on what other people think, but will ultimately make decisions based on what he thinks, what he deems to be right, and proper and fair and just. So it feels somewhat detached, somewhat cold. And of course, the King of Blades has to do with Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, which are the 3 air signs. And Aquarius can seem somewhat aloof and detached. So that's what this King of Blades feels like. It feels aloof and detached, like turning a cold shoulder, like I'm not going to be manipulated back into a certain dynamic of seeing a relationship. I'm not going to be manipulated. I'm not going to have the wool pulled over my eyes. And it's interesting because Circe, when her husband Odysseus, I believe, left, she knew that he would have other relationships with other women, but it didn't worry her because she had so many activities and responsibilities of her own, and so many things that she loves to do and take part in and create, that it didn't bother her what Odysseus was doing. And I think that's what the King of Blade with Circe is talking about. It's talking about being so caught up with your own life and enjoying your own life with the King energy that you don't get dissuaded or distracted. Your happiness is not dependent on what other people are doing. Your focus is not dependent on what other people are doing on Wednesday, the 26th of June, 2024, with the King of Blades. Thank you. So Thursday, the 27th of June, 2024, we have 2 cards. We have the Knave of Vessels and we have the 6 of Blades. So the Knave of Cups is the Page of Cups, and the 6 of Blades is the 6 of Swords. So here we have another court card. We have the Page of Cups, or the Knave of Vessels. And the Knave of Vessels brings us back to our inner child on Thursday, the 27th of June, 2024. Because the knave is youth energy. The knave is the childlike energy of youth and excitement to learn. And the knave of vessels is in love with life, is innocent, is excited, is in love with love, and is not afraid to make mistakes, because everything to the knave of vessels is an opportunity to see how amazing life is, how wonderful learning and changing and growing is. And the Six of Blades is a magical number as well. The 6 is one of the magical numbers, with the 3 of Cups that we had at the very beginning, and now the 6 of Blades. So from the 3 of Cups to the 6 of Blades, so from Monday to Thursday, there is some sort of connection. The 3 of Vessels and the 6 of Blades. There is a transmutation here. Remember, we were talking about magic with Circe, the 3 of Fire, right? We can't forget that we also have the 3 of Fire. So we have the 3 of Fire, the 3 of Vessels, and the 6 of Blades. It seems that with Circe, we are being given the energy and the drive and the passion and the determination to keep in right standing in our relationships this week with the 3 of Cups, and 2 with the 6 of Blades on Thursday. Reach a point where we feel that we are independent despite being in relationship. And with the Page of Cups and the 6 of Blades on Thursday, the 27th of June, 2024, we also had the King of Blades, right, which is a very independent energy. But the Knave of Cups takes lessons from the Knight and the Queen and the King. There is a very important lesson that we are learning on Thursday, the 27th of June, 2024, with the Knave of Vessels and the 6 of Blades. And it can be, it's a very mental lesson. It's a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Intellectual. It's a very intellectual lesson that we are learning. It seems that we see that we are making some sort of error, and we are quick to pour love into ourselves, to see that we've made some sort of error, but to see that the error is actually a learning opportunity. And so because it is a learning opportunity, we move from a space of guilt or self-doubt to an area of peace and tranquility, where we realize we're looking back at our relationships and we're saying, yeah, but I made a mistake there. I shouldn't have done that. And then with the Page of Cups and the 6 of Blades, we're like, yeah, but I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about who I am and what I'm about, and what I do and don't accept, and what I do and don't like, and what I do and don't put up with. So ultimately, was it an error when we think back, or was it just me being genuine to myself? And yeah, maybe it affected a relationship somehow, and maybe that relationship has changed, and maybe I somewhat regret that it had to change, but then I remember that if I give space for other people to change, then I should also give space for myself to change. And sometimes when things change and when things are transmuted and transformed, they no longer look, feel, or act the same. But that's because the world is turning, the seasons are changing, and nothing is ever the same. And that's part of growing and evolution. So that's kind of what the energy is like on Thursday, the 27th of June, with the Knave of Vessels and the Six of Blades. Thank you. So Friday, the 28th of June, 2024, we have the 10 of Roots, which is the 10 of Pentacles, and another 10 because we had the 10 of Rods on Tuesday. And here we have another cycle of completion with the 10 of Roots. And roots have to do with, well, it's pentacles, right? So it has to do with earth, the material realm, money, assets, but it also can be spiritual assets. When you think about a pentacle on an altar, or when you think about somebody wearing a pentacle around their neck, it represents earth, air, fire, water, and spirit, 5 elements for earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. And it represents something spiritual. So when you think about the 10 of Roots being the 10 of Pentacles, you think about earth and grounding, but you also think about lessons that you learn that ground you. And with this 10 of Roots, there is a completion of a cycle on Friday, the 28th of June, 2024, a completion of a cycle. And it feels like we're thinking long-term here on Friday, the 28th of June, 2024, with the 10 of Roots. We're thinking long-term, and we're investing in what we want to create long-term. There was an actor that passed away yesterday. I can't remember his name right now, but we were watching a little bit about his life and the movies that he created. And I said to myself, well, he left a lot of good movies, you know, as his mark on the world. And so that's what this card is about, Friday the 28th of June, 2024. It's that when the cycle is complete, in the spiritual realm or in the physical realm, when the cycle is complete, what are we leaving behind as a token of our time here on earth? And so we're thinking long term here on Friday the 28th of June, 2024, with the 10 of Roots. We're thinking longevity, we're thinking legacy, we're thinking, you know, legacy, but also what we want to fulfill in this lifetime, whether that be saving up for a house, whether that be saving up to go on a specific vacation to a specific country, whether that be creating a book and becoming an author, whether that be becoming well known in the art world, whether that be you know, being the best actor in your school, you know, or but not just big things, but also small things. Remember, we're talking about relationships this week. So I don't know if you've ever heard that saying, people will not remember what you did, but they will remember how you made them feel. So this is what the 10 of Roots is about. It's about that grandfather who takes care of his grandchild, or that grandmother who takes her grandchild out for a day of fun at an amusement park. It's like, how are people going to remember you? How are they going to say you changed their lives? Not just in the big ways, but also in the small ways, right? He who is faithful in the little things is faithful in the big things, right? So it seems like we're thinking about legacy, we're thinking about relationships, because that's what this reading seems to be about. Circe had a relationship with Odysseus, and she affected his men, right? Remember, she turned all his men into quote unquote wild animals, and then she turned them back to humans. And imagine the experience that must have been like for those men, for Odysseus's men. And so Circe wants us to remember that even though we are in relationship with people, we also are in relationship with ourselves, and we also have to remember that we're here for a purpose, and we have to discover what that purpose is. So that's kind of the energy with the 10 of Roots on Friday, the 28th of June, 2024. Thank you. So Saturday, the 29th of June, 2024, we have the Ace of Vessels, which is the Ace of Cups, which has to do, again, we had the Three of Vessels on Monday here. It could be that you're making a new friend on Saturday, the 29th of June, 2024 with the Ace of Vessels, because the Ace in the tarot is number 1, and it is the beginning of a cycle. It is the beginning of something new. And the vessels are relationships. And it could also be the reconnection of a relationship that you had let go of, right? You stopped talking to somebody, and then on Saturday, the 29th of June, 2024, they call you up, or you decide you want to send them a text message and they respond to you, healing relationships that maybe were severed at some point. But the Ace of Vessels also has to do with us personally. So finding something new out about yourself on Saturday, the 29th of June, 2024. Finding something new out about yourself, something that you didn't know that you really enjoyed to do, something that you didn't know that you really liked, something about yourself that really stands out that you're really proud of. Saturday, the 29th of June, 2024 with the Ace of Vessels. Something new starting. The Three of Vessels is where we lift our cup to celebrate with a bunch of people that we are happy to be with. And so here with the Ace of Vessels, we have 1 cup. So we went from 3 cups on Monday to the Page of Cups on Thursday. The Page of Cups has 1 cup. And remember, the Page of Cups is learning, right? And so here, finally on Saturday, it seems like the Page of Cups, that energy of the Page of Cups, has learned a valuable lesson about himself and about himself in relationship to himself, something that he loves about himself. And it feels like on Saturday, the 29th of June, 2024, and it's interesting because Circe is holding a cup as well, right? Where she creates her magic. So yeah, magic. It could be an offering that you're giving to yourself through a magical ritual, creating space for the magic to fill your cup with the Ace of Vessels on Saturday, the 29th of June, 2024. And remember, you can't fill another person's cup from an empty cup. So this Ace of Vessels could just be coming back to ourselves on Saturday, the 29th of June, 2024, where we need some independent time, right? It's nice to be an extrovert and to be in relationships, but it's also important to remember ourselves and to take time to fill our own cups. So Saturday, the 29th of June, 2024, do something for yourself where you feel like your cup is being filled, whether that be getting your nails done, whether that be going for a walk in nature, whether that be journaling, whether that be taking time to listen to some of the music that you like and dancing, whether that be creating an elaborate ritual or creating a spell that you want to take part in for yourself. We're being reminded that we can't fill other people's cups from an empty cup. And it's interesting because we had the King of Blades, which has to do with one of the signs is Aquarius. And Aquarius is the water bearer, the one that bears the water. I have her here. She's holding a vessel that she's pouring into the water. And so with the Ace of Cups and the King of Blades, the King of Blades with the Ace of Cups, I'm being reminded of the taste of the, you know, the king. There was a story where the king would have a cupbearer, where the cupbearer would drink from the cup to make sure that the cup was safe for the king to drink out of. So this King of Blades and his Ace of Cups kind of feels like that, where the universe is making sure that we are safe to drink this cup as sovereign beings that we are. Looking after our inner child, the Knave of Vessels. It could just be connecting with your inner child, acknowledging your inner child, letting yourself be your true self. I mean, I've been leaving my hair curly and I straightened it yesterday, but it was nice to leave my hair curly because I felt like a child again. I felt like I was embracing my original self. And that's kind of what this Ace of Cups is about on Saturday, the 29th of June. It's about letting yourself be that inner child. Remember, we have the Knave of Vessels, right? The learning one. Doing something for yourself where you can learn more about yourself so that your cup is filled and you feel like your cup is being filled on Saturday, the 29th of June, 2024. Thank you. So Sunday, the 30th of June, 2024, we had card number 8. Oh, in this deck, it's card number 11, X1, which is strength, because 8 and 11 can be interchanged between justice and strength. But here we have strength, and we had strength last week as well. I'm not sure exactly which day it was. Strength. And strength is our only major arcana this week. So number 11. Number 11 in this deck comes back to number 2, which is the High Priestess. And we had the Two of Roots in reverse on Tuesday. So something about Tuesday, something about putting down that heavy load, ending a cycle of how we see specific relationships or relationships in general, took a lot of strength. And I think the universe is acknowledging that. The universe is saying, you know, it takes strength to do the work on yourself, right? It takes strength to look into yourself and see those shadows, to see those things that need to be developed or what's the word I'm looking for? Transmuted, transformed, right? With Cersei and the magic. The Three of Fire, right? The Three of Fire is something coming into the physical realm, and ambition coming into the physical realm. It could just be finding out something about yourself that you never knew before. And it took strength to actually open your eyes to see what that was. And on Sunday, the 30th of June, 2024, with card number 11 of the Major Arcana, Strength, we feel stronger for what we've learned this week about ourselves and about our relationships. We feel stronger. We feel more stable. We feel more genuine. We feel more stable, we feel more balanced, because the Two of Roots was in reverse. So it wasn't about movement and juggling. It was about independency, stagnation, putting something down, letting it just be there. And that took strength, because sometimes we want to just go and not pay attention to things. But the universe is saying, this day, Sunday the 30th of June, 2024, last day of the month of June, I think the universe is saying, congratulations, you did a good job this month. You learned a lot about yourself. You learned a lot about the people that you're in relationship. You learned a lot about the world. And yeah, so that's Sunday the 30th of June, 2024, with card number 11 of the Major Arcana in this deck, Strength. Thank you. And the last card that we have is card number 25. It's called the Clock. And I'm being brought back to the 10 of Roots, which had to do on Friday of our legacy. And I think we're being asked to pay attention to time, right? To what we do with our time, to what we invest in with our time. Time is energy, time is money. time is life, right? What are you investing your time in? What are you giving your life towards? You know, what are you putting your life energy towards? It's important with the Strength card to look into that. You know, what are the things that you are doing that really you don't want to do, you know, but you're just doing them because you feel like you've been doing them for a long time? What are those things that, who are those people that you watch on YouTube that you're just like, why am I even watching this? Like, am I even learning anything, you know? And that could be anybody. It could be me, you know? Really taking into account where you're putting your time. Because even though we are eternal, you know, like the earth, we also have a specific amount of time on this earth, you know, maybe maximum 100 years or a couple more, 102 maybe, or 103, but we don't have much more than 100 years, if that. And so, excuse me, I remember Circe, right? Circe, our goddess, and the King of Blades, the masculine energy of turning a cold shoulder. And it doesn't have to be just turning a cold shoulder in rudeness. It could just be like, no, I'm not going to invest my time there anymore, you know? Or yes, I am going to invest my time there. Yes, I do feel like that's giving back to me. That's filling my cup. So, and 5 and 7 is the Chariot. 5 and 2 is 7, the Chariot, and the Chariot in the major arcana has to do with the sign of Cancer, and we are in Cancer season. And it's interesting because Cancer has to do with the family and relationships. So it's interesting that this is about that. But yeah. It could also be about wanting to start a family, right? Remembering that the clock is ticking. It could also mean waiting to start a family and adopting a child, you know? Or maybe it could be anything, really. Like, what are we investing our time in? What are we believing in? What kind of magic are we trying to create in this world? How do we want to be remembered? Yeah, so that's the reading for this week. I hope it was helpful. I will see you in my next video. I hope you have a really good week ahead, 24th of June to 30th of June, 2024, and I will leave you with a blessing. May you embrace yourself. May you embrace those who are meant for you. May you release those who no longer are meant for you. May you continue to learn, evolve, transform, learn, grow, and be strong in everything you do. And so it is. I said in love and light to make all right.